Hey boys and girls, how welcome. It is I Chaotic. We're going to be looking at the Shrine of Secrets teachable perks from March the 13th till March the 20th. Now I'm going to do it slightly different this week. Two of these perks are going to be changed anytime now. We're having a public test build on the PC, which is being tested right as we speak. So the public test build are having things changed on Decisive Strike and Devour Hope. So I'm going to read out off the official Dead by Daylight wiki the description of how they're going to change the new perks, not what they are at the moment, but as soon as the new patch comes out with a new Killer the Plague, at least two of these perks are going to change. So your first perk is a killer perk called Decisive Strike. Laurie Strode perk. It'll cost you 2,000 shards. So I'm not going to read out and tell you how it works at the moment. I'm going to give you the new description, and it goes like this. After being unhooked or unhooking yourself, Decisive Strike will become active and usable for 40 seconds at Tier 1, 60 seconds at Tier 3 and 50 seconds at Tier 2. So after you've been unhooked or you've got yourself off the hook with a Kobe or using a perk, you will have up to maximum of 60 seconds. If you were picked up again, downed and picked up by the killer, Decisive Strike will activate. And you will have a skill check. This will, if you get the skill check and you hit it, this will allow you to stun the killer and you get off the killer. But instead of being 4 seconds, it's now 3 seconds. If you succeed or fail the skill check, it will disable Decisive Strike. So it doesn't matter if you miss it or you hit it, that's Decisive Strike done. And if you successfully stun the killer, this will result in you becoming the Obsession. So there's a few changes there to the old Decisive Strike. You could have used it at any time, but now it's timed up to a maximum of 60 seconds. It's to stop or try and dissuade killers from tunneling. If they tunnel, the survivor will be able to use Decisive Strike. So you've got up to 60 seconds to use it, and if you activate it or you miss it, the perk is gone, and you will if you do hit it, you will be the Obsession. Second perk is another perk that's been changed. It is called Hex Devouring Hope. It will cost you 2,000 shards. It is actually a hag perk, so this is another one. I'm just getting up the new list. This is the second one that's going to be changed according to the Dead by Daylight official wiki. If you have 2 tokens, if you're running Devour Hope and the Hex totem does not get destroyed, after you've hooked 2 people, at Tier 1 you have a 3% faster status effect, so you'll be 3% faster 10 seconds after hooking the survivor, and this will last for 10 seconds. If you get Devour Hope up to Tier 3, you'll have a 5% haste speed bonus 10 seconds after unhooking the survivor, and again that will last for 10 seconds. If you can hook 3 survivors without the Hex totem being found and destroyed, all survivors will suffer from the exposed status effect, so basically they're 1 hit from being downed. And as it used to be before, if it doesn't get destroyed, 5 tokens will grant you the ability to kill survivors by your own hand, basically as if you had a Mori, an Ebony Memento Mori. So there's a slight change to Devour Hope. It's only the change basically to the 2 tokens. So it's between 3% and 5%, 10 seconds after unhooking, and it'll last for 10 seconds. That's the major change with Devour Hope. And your first survivor perk of the day is one I'm running at the moment. If any of you see my Iron Will build, very good perk. Would thoroughly recommend it. It's a Jake Park perk. It'll cost you 2,000 shards. You're able to concentrate and then enter a meditative-like state to numb some pain. Grunts of pain caused by injuries are reduced by 50%. If you get Iron Will up to Tier 3, it's actually 100%. So once you're hit by the killer, normally you'll be grunting and crying and whimpering as you run off. With Iron Will Tier 3, you make pretty much no noise at all. So a killer who uses headphones will struggle to actually follow you by sound. A lot of killers, including myself, I use headphones. You can hear the killer, you can hear the survivor whimpering as you're following them, as they're trying to loop you, going behind walls and stuff. But with Iron Will Tier 3, it is totally silent, more or less. So that is a good perk. And your second killer perk, so your two killer perks are Devour Hope and Overwhelming Presence. It's a Doctor perk. It'll cost you 2,000 shards. Your presence alone instill great fear. Survivors within your terror radius suffer from inefficiency. Affected survivors' item consumption rates are increased by 80%. So if a survivor is using a med kit or a torch or a toolkit to repair the gens faster, if they're within your terror radius, it'll be consumed 80% faster. If you can get Overwhelming Presence at the tier 3, it's actually 100% faster. So all items that are being used within the killer's terror radius at tier 3 will go twice as fast. They will last half the amount of time, basically. So let's have a quick recap of this week's perks for Survivor and Killers. For Survivor, you have Decisive Strike, which is, again, as I mentioned at the start, we're going to have a lot of changes in Decisive Strike. That's worth noting before you buy it. Decisive Strike and Iron Will. And for the Killers, Devour Hope, which is slightly changed, and Overwhelming Presence. Out of the two Survivor perks, I would say go for Iron Will. And out of the two killer perks, I would say go for Hex Devouring Hope. So there we have this week's Shrine of Secrets from the 13th of March to the 20th of March. I hope I've ironed out some of the potential changes that are coming on the next patch, which is rumoured to be within a week or two. So it should be very, very soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. This is Chaotic bidding you farewell. Thanks, boys and girls.